All right, chat. Is there a world in which we don't take Aurelia? We were having a conversation earlier, and the conversation was, what's the best Boros card you could pick? And I'm like, probably Boros Guildmage. I can't think of anything better. And chat's like, what about Aurelia? And I'm like, yeah, you're right. I'd pick Aurelia over Boros Guildmage. So, there's an Aurelia. We're going to take that. I'll wait to see if Joe has any dissenting opinions, but there's like a 99.9% chance that he takes Aurelia too. Monument's okay, keeps
I'm
you open.
always descending. I'm back. Sorry.
Hey, what would you like? Pick one. Back one, pick one.
Aurelia.
Yeah, right. I know. The Guild Mage is good. The Rampaging Monument keeps you open. Artful Takedown's great. Deadweight's great. Parhelion Patrol outperforms. There's no way to not take Aurelia.
Yeah, I mean, there's just something about bombs where see a bomb, take it, hope you get there, blah blah.
All right. Do we force good stuff? This card is insane in draft.
Yeah, but Aurelia wants to be the hyper aggressive deck. Like that wants to be your top end, so you take the Healer's Hawk. And
You don't take Healer's
you
Hawk
you
ever.
want to play value? You want to play value with Aurelia?
Sure. Let's do green good stuff. Let's do green, red, white. Naya, splash some black, blue, and play 5-color good stuff. We just played 4-color good stuff. It was great. It was super fun.
Okay, just because we did well with it last time does not mean it's going to go that well.
That's true.
But I mean,
so I'm not even on the Hawk plan here. That's funny you're on the Hawk plan. I'd be on the direct current plan over Hawk here.
sure. Direct current. Okay, so the question is, do we want to play
Chat just said 5-color or pussy. I mean, do we have any options now?
Revival? Nope. Revival, it is.
Okay.
God, we're going to take so many guild gates.
Do we do it again? We just had that draft. It was a great draft. It was super fun.
It was.
Do we do this or not? What was that deck called? That was called
Special Joe.
Special Joe. That's right. It was good. It was a very special deck.
I don't know. Like the thing about Aurelia is that Aurelia is not even. It's fine in a 5-color deck. It's a very powerful card. You get it back with a Revival. I mean, we can try to play the Naya version of good stuff.
Yeah, I think that's not one of the. I don't think that's a bad way to do it, but
like Naya gives you all of the Selesnya and the Boros like multicolored cards.
Yep, and Vivid Revival is sick in a value game. Like pulling back 3 cards. I mean, it's expensive. It's a sorcery. It's kind of painful, but there's a lot of very good cards here. Now, to be fair, I never let chat manipulate me with really stupid things like that, but I don't actually mind the idea of speculating on it. We are passing. The problem is we're passing fairly powerful cards to speculate on Vivid Revival here. But I've never played Vivid Revival in draft, and one of the things I enjoy about playing with other people is I get to experiment a little bit. I get to play with other people's styles.
I don't know that I have a style, but that's something we can. I mean, if we pass on the aggressive plan when we take Revival, that puts us down a line where we are taking like value cards and other ways to just have powerful threats.
It brings us to pick 3 is really what it brings us to. So
sure.
I mean, we might just go, okay, we wish we had the direct current or the Hawk, but like nothing's really working out for that. But the thing is for me that comes down to is I don't actually like all-in Boros fucking aggro, get lucky on your draws or get fucked. That isn't actually my favorite playstyle. My playstyle is a playstyle that allows a little bit more interaction from me to deal with the variants that I get dealt.
All right, we're on the Revival plan.
Are we?
Yep.
I need you 100% with me here, Joe.
100% with you.
All right, Revival it is. Vivid Revival. All right, pick 3. So this is the punish. Well, there is a Sworn Companions, a Siege Worm, a Golgari Guildgate. We don't have black in our deck yet, but you never know. And a Crush Contraband, which is totally fucking garbage. This is a terrible pack. Siege Worm, Burglar Rat are my 2 picks.
That's funny because I'm actually closer on Sworn Companions because it stalls out the game to allow you. If we're playing the Naya value / powerful cards, this is one of those cards like the Recluse was that lets you get to those powerful cards.
I like that idea. Should we grab it?
I like the Siege Worm as another powerful card, so we're just starting off with all the power cards. But I'm off Burglar Rats as the full-on 5-color version.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm still speculating. It's possible we don't play Aurelia, for example, which seems crazy. But like if we end up Burglar Rats, Black Green, still lots of good cards. Vivid Revival has a lot of value in a deck like that. Like we could be Black Green, and individually Burglar Rat is much more powerful than Sworn Companions. Sworn Companions is fine. We can grab it. I'm happy to grab it here. I like the idea of it. The idea of stalling the board long enough to play things. So sure.
Sure.
All right. Circuitous Route actually underperformed. Somalia Wood
It
Shaper,
really did.
pretty big value card, but not amazing. Urban Utopia, good, but hoping to wheel it. Healer's Hawk.
I like the Hither's Hawk.
I like Healer's Hawk too. I like it in a deck trying to survive. I like it in an aggro deck. I like it in who the fuck knows. I'm on the Healer's Hawk, I think. Yeah. Elisa Dress chats request for Glaive. Well, we're not anywhere near Guild Gates. Glaive is super underpicked because it's a bad card. You often get it last or second to last, and we don't know what our deck looks like. So taking it over a stronger card or a card that we can build around or a card that builds to our archetype is just really not worth it. It's just too weak a card to pick a number 3. So last deck, maybe Guildgate would have been okay, but really probably not, honestly. Like, we might have played it, but we had value in that deck, right? The last deck had payoffs. It had value. We didn't need a guild thing too. For me, the Guildgate, the Guildglaive thing is particularly good in a deck like Selesnya or Golgari, where you maybe have a couple guild gates, maybe you're splashing, so you have 3 or 4 guild gates. You don't even have to have them. You're only gonna have 1 or 2 out, and it's fine. But you're doing it for a mid-game mana sink and value engine. And our last deck had a billion value engines. Like, having a Guildglaive there wasn't even that exciting. So, I don't think so. On the Healer's Hawk plan. Do you have any thoughts about the Guildglaive that we passed last pack?
I feel that that is the most conversation on Glaive I've ever even wanted to be part of. So
you're not pro Glaive.
Not pro Glaive.
I see. All right, let's grab the Healer's Hawk. Monument, very exciting. Banneret, an amazing card, and probably actually worth taking. If we're in red, this card is good. Maybe we end up splashing green for Vivid Revival.
Yeah, so this is one of those turning moments of, do we try to do the aggro Boros deck with the Banneret, or do we try to play the Revival Rampaging Monument value? Gold cards matters everything.
It's not that I don't love the idea of that. It's just this card is too good to pass right here.
I agree. I think Banneret is very strong. I've not played that as much as I've wanted to. I've wanted to see that a lot.
I played this a lot, and I really like it. I like it in Izzet. I like it in Boros. It's just a really versatile card. It demands an answer from your opponent, or it just fucking is annoying as shit, and it's an early game card too. So we have Grip for Battle, Maniacal Rage, Sure Strike, all decent. Nothing particularly high value for speculative picks here. So it's probably between the tricks. For me, I learned towards Sure Strike, but a Maniacal Rage could be a hero okay here as well. But probably Sure Strike.
I like the Sure Strike first. If we had a good target for the Rage, I would say sure, take it now. But I don't think we have a good target for the Rage, so I think Sure Strike is just better. Right?
Any Mentor is good enough for Rage most of the time for me, so I'm not even against it on Aurelia, but I'm good for a Sure Strike. I mean, Healer's Hawk's a good target for Rage too. What are you talking about? Our only 2... And Banneret's a good one. Our only 3 creatures are all good targets for Banneret. What are you talking about? There's no targets.
I don't know that Banneret's a great target for Rage.
That's fair. Banneret's a mediocre target. The other 2 are good.
Sure. But I also don't want to put Rage on an Aurelia. I think Aurelia is good enough by herself.
Okay. Well, it's just pumping Mentors is almost always good. Barging Sergeant, Color the Culprit, speculate on some random card in a different color. Iron Shell Beetle's good, but... this is looking pretty red-whitey to me, and I'm probably on the Barging Sergeant plan.
I agree. And this is going away from our Dirtle Fest of Value Town gold cards. But oh well.
That card.
Yep.
That card.
That 2-mana one.
For Striker. Super strong. Color the Culprit or Barging Sergeant?
I don't really want another Barging Sergeant.
Not quite, Derm. You advance your vault by a small percentage if you open a card you already have 4 of, and your vault gives you wild cards from time to time. Say again. Don't want a second Barging Sergeant, considering Silent Dart, Color the Culprit.
I've never played the Silent Dart.
It's terrible.
I've had it played against me and it was okay, but I think it was
terrible.
I think it was unsealed, and I think Color the Culprit is
fine. Sure,
it blew us out once, but I'm not excited about that card.
I sideboard this in all the time. I don't main deck it, but I always sideboard it.
Sure.
I'm fine with that.
I think that as a sideboard card is better than the Sergeant as probably not playable as a second.
Yeah, agreed. All right, Pick 10. Somehow Glaive is still here. You'd think with chat's
We could have
protesting
taken
there.
that
Yeah.
earlier.
So, Glaive versus Candle here. Deck is pretty nicely broken down. I don't really want to run Candle. Don't really like it at all. I'm not running Glaive. There's a world in which we still run Vivid Revival depending on what we open in pack 3, but it's getting smaller and smaller. Pack 2 rather, but it's getting smaller and smaller. I guess I'm on the Candlelight Vigil plan, but probably not playing it.
Yes.
Okay.
It's good on Aurelia.
Glaive again.
Huh.
I think I'm on Crush
I'm
Contraband.
happy to pass it.
Yeah.
Yep.
How's the Marshall's fine. Urban Utopia. See, Haunted Marshal is not so powerful that I actually care about it, although getting our curve very, very light would be okay. There's a part of me that wants to take the Utopia in case we go down that route in pack 2. Like, if this were the end of pack 2 and our deck was this red-white with just a little tiny bit of green, I wouldn't touch Urban Utopia here. But there's part of me that is like, let's speculate.
The only problem with Utopia is that green is already your splash color. So if you take the Utopia to splash it,
red,
to splash
red or
else,
white could still be our splash colors. The fact that we are currently looking at green as a splash is just because of the way the picks have worked out. Like, Sure Strike is whatever. I would miss the Banneret, but I could give it up if we end up splashing red, and I don't care about Barging Sergeant. It really can be splashed for red or white. Same with Sworn Companions. We could do white, green, splashing red. Seems very easy to do. So I'm not quite with you that I agree with that. Currently, the preponderance of the cards are that way, but we're only 8 picks in. Or 12 picks in, or whatever the hell it is.
Yes. I don't know whether we're going to get away from red-white, but speculating the Marshal just is not probably powerful enough to pass over the option of having that as a potential.
Perfect. We're on the same page there. Wave.
Yeah.
Probably,
I mean, if we end up red-white, we're going to play Wave no matter what.
Gerd or Maniacal Rage both wield. Holy shit, that color is open. All right. I think Rage.
I think it's Rage.
Yeah. I think one Rage over one Gerd is fine. Uncommon's great. All right, pack 2. Price of Fame, Sky Knight Legionnaire, Ornery Goblin. Price of Fame.
I think it's Legionnaire. This is going to be the deck you hit the most to play.
Yeah,
but...
it's going to be fucking inconsistent Boros, where my opponents always play it with a curve, and I always play it with don't have 2 lands, don't have 3 lands, mulligan, 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 do nothing. I hate this deck already. All right.
I don't know that there's another pick. Like,
I have splashed Price of Fame as the only black splash card in a Boros aggro deck before. Granted, I was low on playables.
How did you cast it?
I cast it with black mana. What do you mean, how did I cast it? How did I not cast it? I cast it aggressively with vigor.
What black mana did you splash in your Boros deck?
I splashed Swamps.
I mean, if we want to be straight on Mardu, so if you want to play 3-color Mardu, I'm totally down for that. But our mana base is going to be fucked.
Terrible, I know. No, I'm not saying I'm not saying I'm more unlucky, Jehoko. I'm saying that we often see the extremes of variance because we play so many games. And the extreme is, yes, Boros curves out, it's amazing. If it doesn't curve out, it's total shit. So I guess it's Sky Knight. This is the safe pick, the boring pick.
Yeah, it is. I would be down with the Price of Fame if we really wanted to screw
Guild Mage.
See if you want to take some. Is it Guild Gates?
These two cards are always together, and I think actually now that I look at it, I think Creeping Chill might always be in that pack too. I'm not entirely sure. I'm on the Minotaur. If we're playing this shitty deck.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's fine.
It is. It's fine and disappointing. All right. I swear to God, we just passed this. Didn't we do this draft already? Where like the last pick was Guild Mage versus the Smelt Ward, and then this pick was Electrostatic, Wee Dragonauts, and Sprouting Renewal. Am I just drafting so many that it seems that way?
And we take a Scout, which you're gonna take this time.
Yeah. Chemist's Insight versus Healer's Hawk. This is the more interesting card. If we were 5-color, we could play that, but it's the Hawk.
No, it's the Bodyguard.
No, it's not. It's Hawk over Bodyguard.
Oh, it's definitely the Bodyguard.
Ooh, this is interesting. Okay, talk to me about that, because I'm 100% on the Healer's Hawk plan.
Bodyguard is the best mentor creature in the game.
Aurelia is a mentor creature and better. True Fire Captain is a mentor creature and better. The 2/2 First Striker is a mentor creature and better. The 2/3 Flying Vigilant creature is a better creature that's also mentoring.
I don't know. I think I have
Tajik is a
loved
better
Bodyguard.
mentor than Bodyguard.
Okay, those are
I can give
rares
you
and mythics.
4 examples. 2 of them were commons. Well, one of them's
I
common.
don't.
One's uncommon.
I I don't think the Parliament Patrol is a better mentor creature. I think Bodyguard is a better mentor creature. I think
Sure,
the
but
Parliament Patrol is a better 2/3 Vigilance Flyer,
yeah,
but I don't think it's a better mentor creature.
we're taking Wojak Bodyguard here over Healer's Hawk.
I I think
I
it's
think
Bodyguard
Goblin
over
Banneret
Heroes.
is a better mentor creature than Wojak Bodyguard. That's 5 examples I've given you.
Okay, out of the common mentor creatures, let me scale it down a little bit
Mm.
more.
Out
I
of
think
this
I
pack, you're
think
saying it's the best mentor.
yes.
Right. I mean, that's a safe opinion to hold.
I love Bodyguard. I think Bodyguard is very good in the really aggressive Boros deck.
Gotcha. All right, we'll try it. I mean, I'm kind of all right.
Okay, I would cut the Smelt Ward Minotaur for Bodyguard. If I had the option of 2 Smelt Ward Minotaurs and 2 Bodyguards, I would play 2 Bodyguards over 2 Smelt Ward Minotaurs.
Yeah, I think I would too in a Boros aggro deck.
Yeah.
But that isn't the option. The option here is Healer's Hawk or Wojak Bodyguard. And when I play 2 Healer's Hawks or 2 Wojak Bodyguards, I'd probably play 2 Healer's Hawks.
But we already have a Healer's Hawk. I want the Bodyguard.
All right, I'm gonna pick it because you're the guest. We're gonna give you that. We're gonna give you that.
Thanks.
And we're gonna regret it. Except when we
That's
mentor, then
fine.
we're gonna be happy. Hunted Witness.
Yes.
Okay.
See, we got a 1-mana 1/1. It's fine.
Yep. It's not as fine as a 1/1 flying lifelinker. This is just a 1/1 who dies, and we like it when he dies.
Maybe.
All right. What do you think about pick 6 Deadweight?
Are we gonna splash that with the Price of Fame?
Yeah. Well, we would. We'd have 2 removal pieces now,
Sure.
as opposed to 0 if we had done that.
We have 0 removal.
Mm-hmm. So this is Locksmith and Feel Bad. Is it Guildgate? And what are we splashing for? What do we get? What's the blue? What's the blue payoff in pick 3? Pack
Chapter
3.
Spear.
No, that's not. No, no. Oh my god. If I think. Oh my god. No. Like if we're playing fucking Capture Sphere, we might as well just main deck the goddamn Collar the Culprits. Like, I mean,
You want to take the Guildgate and take a Guild Mage when it comes around?
yes, that sounds like a payoff.
Oh, wait, who said that? Ral. Yes, take the Guildgate and we're gonna open a Ral and pack 3.
Well, the question is, do we have enough 2-drops that we can pass this? Not yet, unfortunately.
No, not yet.
Ugh, disaster. Scout's good. Barging Sergeant's bad. Guildgate's okay. Boar's decent. I'm gonna Scout plan.
Yeah, I'd say Scout.
Yeah, it's still just a good enough 2-drop. Fresh face recruit. Hooray.
Yep.
Least interesting.
Bodyguard's
Boros
looking
fucking-
better.
Hunted Witness.
Yep.
All right. Low to the ground. Creeping chill.
So I'm pretty sure if we're gonna open a Ral, the Is It Locket is what we want to take here.
Okay.
So I think that's where we want to be.
Would we ever play triple auras? If we get no removal, would you all in triple auras?
I think it's just isn't it just the 2/1?
What? Oh, the Locksmith?
Locksmith? Yeah.
Are we playing? I play 6 2-drops, so yeah, I guess if we get no other 2-drops, this is the best pick.
I'm not playing the 2/4.
No, I'm never paying that. It's between this, that, and if we're joking about Raul and serious enough to consider it. It's between these two, really.
No, we're not considering it. It's a Locksmith. Because we already had the Vigil, and we already have...
Boros Guildgate. You don't want to play this. You want to play
I
no
don't.
fixing. That's so interesting to me.
I hate playing Guildgates in Boros.
That's so weird. I would play 2 every time given the option.
I would take the Guildgate here, though. I'm not a huge fan of Punch,
Why?
especially with our very... Okay, so
This guy
in our
punches
very
for 3.
low... Sure.
Aurelia punches for 4.
Really punches are for after combat trigger, after attacking, possibly. It's fine. But so the
I'm
thing
with
about
you. I'm on Guildgate too.
yeah, the thing about Punch, especially in the Boros deck, is that this version of Boros is that your creatures are so low power initially. Yeah. That I don't think Punch is nearly as good as it could be. See, should have taken the
Punished.
goddamn. Should have taken the
Punished.
Guildgate. Should have taken the Locket.
Ooh, this is actually a decision though, because this is between 2 removal pieces. I would love another fresh face recruit, but I'm not picking it over our first piece of removal. Would you like a Luminous Bonds or Command the Storm?
Luminous Bonds. This is too low to the ground as far as the
This
mana
is a 13 lander, isn't it?
requirement. Yes.
Lava Coil. So easy.
Yes.
Direct Current's good, but Lava Coil is better.
Correct. And so you want to, on turn 4, you want to play your Luminous Bonds and play a 1-drop. You want a Lava Coil on turn 3, you play a 1-drop. Like,
Yep.
there are combinations of things where that makes a big difference. And I think this one's probably the Orny Goblin over the Fresh Face Recruit.
Yeah, I agree. I was just looking at that.
They both attack into a 3 toughness creature.
The Ornery Goblin comes out ahead.
Yep. It does, and it also blocks better too if you really need it to. Not the one blocking
motion. Actually, since we're so low on removal, it acts as quasi removal.
Correct.
But we could have had Gruesome Menagerie and Vivid Revival in the same fucking deck and had the most value-oriented, fun deck we ever seen in this ever, and been happy. Instead, we're getting another Bodyguard.
Yes, Bodyguard is amazing.
Oh, that's one way to look at it. Skylight Legionnaire is incredible at that pick 6.
Ooh, yes.
God, this deck looks so boring. It's a boring Boros. All right, what are we playing? Guildgate? It's the only card that makes any sense for us. We're already
love the Guildgates.
We're not playing 3.
Taken
I'm
that
playing
2.
2.
Storm.
We can't. I'm pick 3. We had to do it earlier. Had to do that earlier.
No, Guildgate's fine.
We're not playing 3 Guildgates though, right? 2? 2 Guildgates max?
Yeah, 2 Guildgates max.
Right,
I don't know
what
else we'd be taking. Okay, it's fine.
I'm gonna hate draft bot erasure versus bots.
So, do you get to keep cards when you draft here?
Yep, you keep all the cards.
Oh, that's good.
I don't need thought erasure, but the other thing is when you have more than 4 of a card, I can't show you because it's not visible. But every so many times you draft, it's not like random. It just builds towards it. So let's say I don't know what the number is. Let's say it's 100 cards that I already had 4 of. I get what's called I crack my vault, and my vault gives me like 8 wild cards, like 5 of which or 3 of which or something, which are like rares and mythic wild cards. And if I want to craft,
that's pretty sweet.
If I want to craft a deck, like let's say I go over here and there's a card I needed, and let's say the card was Teferi, right? So I don't have any Teferis. Oops. Well, I got 1 Teferi actually, and I wanted to craft another one. I have to use wild cards. You can see my wild card count up there: 52 common, 77 uncommon, 2 rares, 0 mythics. So I can only craft 2 more rares that I don't have right now. But I can craft any rare out of those. So building towards the vault is something I do as I draft. If I have nothing to pick, I'll pick the uncommon moves the vault further than the common. So it's not very relevant, but it's a little relevant. So.
Yeah, when your percentages are 0 and 1%, you take the 1%.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we don't want a 3rd Maniacal Range. We don't want a 3rd Torchbearer. We're not playing a 3rd Boros Guildgate. Are we playing a 3rd Locksmith in this deck?
No.
Okay, then we're taking uncommon because...
Well, sounds good, because the conversation we just had.
Yep. Drafted cards do not count towards the vault. Are you sure about that, 2-Rod? Pretty sure they do. I'm on the Fresh Face Recruit plan, but you can maybe talk me into another Barging Sergeant.
Nope.
Okay. I'm on a Barging Sergeant plan, but you can maybe talk me into killing myself before playing this deck.
Nope. Sergeant's fine.
Okay. Pretty sure they do. Yeah, exactly. Is it Guildgate in case Rawl gets passed to us? We haven't seen him yet.
Yes.
Okay. Gravetic Punch. Is there a game we bring this in with this deck?
No. There is a game.
What? What is the game? What game do we bring Gravetic Punch in?
I don't know. Take the uncommon.
4-color Abomination Sui went 5-1.
4-color Abomination was amazing.
It was a great deck. Super fun. God, all these cards are fucking shit. This deck is shit. All right. So let's look
it's super boring and lame. It's just going to get crushed.
By anything that does anything fun. All right. So, okay. So our highest card is 5. Let's cut the 5. Let's do a 13-lander.
Yes. Oh, are we going to play the 13-land special?
Yeah. I've never played a 13-land deck.
Yeah.
I mean, if we did our Curve Topper as Cosmotronic Wave and Aurelia on 4 as a Curve Topper, we have no mana sinks in our deck. So anytime that we slow down for a second, we lose. Our highest power creature is 3. Our highest toughness creature is 3. Except Aurelia. Aurelia doesn't count. So what happens when you get Aurelia? Aurelia is such a fucking trap card. All right, we need to get more auras in here. This is not all in enough. All right, we got to cut some cards and we got to add some auras. So let's just throw in a couple auras right now. 2 Candlelights, another Maniacal. All right, we have
but
5.
Those are 4 manas.
Yeah, we might cut them, but let's take a look at this. How do we make this deck? Oh, all right, we have a Goblin Banner. That's true. So if we ever flood, we have Goblin Banner. That's our alternative to flooding. 8 cards out. What do you cut? 8 lands?
Okay, so if we're doing 13, then we got 4 lands.
Are we really going 13?
I mean, we can name this a 13
How about
lands.
how about 14? Like that. That looks good.
Oh,
That's one
okay.
more than is sometimes played in our shop. That's what he did with Arboretum Elementals. That seems like a fair compromise.
I think you got the 2 Vigils
I have to. Okay.
and 1 Torch Courier.
I hate Torch Courier, so that's fine.
Where are we at?
42.
The other Torch Courier?
No, surely third Maniacal Rage ahead of second.
Oh yeah, I didn't. Yeah, third Maniacal Rage.
Are
We
Sworn
still
Companions
got
where
one.
we want to be with this deck? I don't think so.
No, yes, Companions is fine.
We've got 1 piece of removal. We have, yeah, this looks perfect.
The 14 land special.
All right. So our plan at the moment is we have 200. What is this deck and why am I playing it?
I don't know.
I'm so angry at this deck. I don't want to pilot it. I don't want to play it. I don't want to look at it.
We can drop and draft something else.
We could go draft Dominaria right now. I don't even have to drop this. I can play this later. Do you like Dominaria? I love Dominaria.
I do enjoy Dominaria.
All right, how many spells do we have that trigger Smelt Ward? We've got Lava Coil and Sure Strike pre-combat and Cosmic Wave.
So you cut the smell.
That's what I'm getting toward. Do we main deck a Collar or possibly a Candlelight Vigil instead?
I mean, anything with 4 toughness does trump our whole deck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So
Smelt Ward out, Collar in.
sure.
Okay, so now we got a deck. We have a deck to respect.
No, it's a deck to hate on.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 2-drops, 5 1-drops, 4 3-drops, and a 4-drop. Creature count's like low too. 18. Wait, that's not low. Where did we get 18 creatures from? All right, whatever. Sure. So we're playing this. I don't know that we can afford Guild Gates here. Do we cut the Guild Gates? Can we have a tapped land?
Yes.
I think we can't have a tapped land.
Yeah, you cut the Gilgate.
Yeah. And I'm dead serious. How many? If you were sober, and at a Pro Tour qualifying, how many lands? How many lands?
Okay, this deck probably plays 16.
That's really high. We have no mana sinks except the Goblin.
15?
15.
Oh, between 15 and 16.
Okay, what would you cut? Collar out.
If you wanted to play one more land, I would cut the Collar. But I think playing the 14 in this is totally fine.
Yeah, I agree. So, any Candlelight Vigils? Sui says we should cut Collar for Candlelight Vigil.
I don't think so. So the thing about Candlelight Vigil is it does the same thing as Collar, right? It lets you attack into a 4 toughness creature, but the Collar kills it, letting us get in for damage.
But the candle does 1,000,000 damage. See you, bot lady.
I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of playing it. So we're already playing. How many Maniacal Rages are we playing? 2.
2. You want to get 3?
No, I would I don't want to be playing more enchantments that number 1 get stuck in your hand. Number 2 allow you to get 2 for 1.
What is our game plan if they have Mephitic Vapors? Kills every one of our 2.
Go to game 2.
Go to game 2. What if they have it in game 2? Go to game 3.
Go to game 3.
What if they have it in game 3? Lose.
Then go to round 2. They have an option.
Go to draft 3, huh?
Yeah.
All right. All right. What do we call this? This is your lack of belief in the green deck. This is your fault that we're playing this shit.
I don't know. This is my fault.
This is why I end up in Izzet every week at the local gaming store, because I refuse to play this trash.
Trash 1.0.
Trash 1.0. Chat, can we up that? Can we do better than Trash 1.0? Sloppy Joe, that's better.
Actually, oh, that's Sloppy Joe. Sure, that's fine.
Okay.
I draft. So here's the MO. I draft one terrible Boros deck. I draft one great 4 color deck. Draft one terrible Boros deck, and we just draft another great 4 color.
All right. All right. So, okay. Should we just draft again? Should we go draft Dominaria right now and then decide which of these we want to play? I just
Okay,
feel like on some level I
play.
want you to have to sit through playing this deck.
I want to play one round with it, and then we can go draft down.
We had last deck. We were cloning fucking Deadly Visits.
Yeah, in this deck, we get to turn things sideways and win games.
I'm glad I'm drinking. I don't think I would be able to contain my rage at this deck if I was sober. I think it would just boil out in a vicious wave all around me, some sort of cosmotronic wave just emanating from me.
But this is the best deck to play on Rage because it's about raging.
But no, this deck requires actually a lot of effort to figure out when is it worth sacrificing creatures to get in damage versus not.
It's always worth sacrificing creatures to get in damage.
Always? We have no value edge in this deck. It's not like we're like, all right, we'll pass the turn with 8 mana up to draw twice off our guild mages. Low. It's like, all right, we'll pass the turn with 4 lands in our fucking hand because we flooded. No way to do anything. Get a Torch Courier on board. There's a difference in the quality of life.
But we're only playing 14 lands, so it's fine.
I can't believe we're playing 14 lands. It's hilarious. I'm gonna owe a certain individual an apology if this deck wins.